Hey guys, this is 97 Lego Maniac with another custom minifigure showcase video. It's been a while, and the reason for that is because obviously, because of my internship, I've been busy with that. I've also been busy with like a couple of summer assignments, and plus the AC kind of broke in my house not that long ago, so it got really hard for me to focus on recording and editing a video without dying from the heat. So this is a very interesting video for me. Most of you probably don't know this game. It's one of my favorite indie games, and that's Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is developed by Team Cherry. They've done an amazing work with this game, and I fell in love with the game. I fell in love with the soundtrack, the gameplay. I love the gameplay despite how difficult it can be, and I absolutely love the character designs. The character designs are a good blend of having something that's very cute looking, very simplistic, but it makes like a masterpiece. And I really like this game. I recommend buying it. It's available on Steam. It's also available on the Switch as well. I will tell you though, it is very difficult. This is one of those games that you have to fail multiple times in order to get better. Because the bosses, the levels are very difficult for like an average gamer. It's really tough. But it's one of those games that it's not impossible, because you can learn it. You just have to get better at it. And I like those types of games because it is a good challenge. I don't like games that are like that is just so easy or that enables you to skip so it doesn't challenge you. Video games are meant to be challenging, and Hollow Knight has a good blend of that. Yes, it is very difficult. It can be frustrating, but it can be done. I've beaten the game, and I beat it on Steam. There are some DLCs I can't beat because they are pretty hard though, but if I try hard enough, I can get better. So yeah, I highly recommend this game. So much fun. And without further ado, we can just continue with the video. Starting this video off, we have the Knight. This is not the Hollow Knight. The Hollow Knight is a completely different character. I'm not going to say much about it and about the lore because I want you guys to play for yourself or watch the gameplay if you don't have it. I just don't want to spoil it for anyone else who might be interested. So here we have the Knight. And the Knight was actually pretty simple to make. What I actually did, I actually got like a white minifigure head, sanded off the stud. I cut these horns out of styrene. Now thinking back on it, I could have just done a 3D print back then, but it didn't come across my mind at that time. So that's how I made a head. Now for the body, I actually used like a 1x1 brick cylinder piece. And I cut off the bottom so it looks like he has feet here. I made his nail, his weapon, out of styrene. And the cape, I actually made that with cut up Cape Madness piece that I had left over. And that's how I made the little cloak. So yeah, he does not have articulation except for the head. He's meant to be a little display piece. I could have done different versions of him so he can use different nail power-ups that you get later in the game. But I didn't want to focus on that too much. This is meant to be a simple little display piece. And what I also did, I made this little bench. Now the bench in this game are made for you to to heal up or swap different charms for different abilities, and it also serves as a checkpoint in your game. These benches are everywhere, and I designed it by using these Harry Potter wand pieces. I ordered these in black, but the problem is they don't have those old sprues that they have. So I just took the ones I had with me, the dark brown ones, and I just painted them black instead. And I made it with this. I also used the lever pieces at the bottom. Used a bunch of these hoses. And even though it's not entirely accurate, it still comes across as a bench with these little pieces here. It still comes across as that. So that's why I feel like it works, even if it's not very accurate. It still works for what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Hollow Knight. I'm sorry, the Knight himself. A lot of people call it the Hollow Knight. I used to do it too, but he's really just a knight. He's just a genderless, voidless being. Up next, we have Hornet, who I would say is the waifu of the series. Hornet is actually getting her own game called Hollow Knight Silksong, and I'm really excited for that. I think that was supposed to come this year, but I have a feeling because of the pandemic, the game is delayed. Now, I don't even know when it's coming out. It's probably going to come out next year, but regardless, I can't wait to buy it and play it. And the trailer looks so good. I'm so looking forward to it. Now, how I made Hornet, the head was actually 3D printed. I got this 3D printed back my time at RIT last year. Yeah, these figures were made like last year, by the way. I'm now making a video on it because I'm that slow when it comes to making videos. And I printed it. I also printed an extra one so I can give it to my buddy Ethos. So he can make his own Hornet figure if he wants. And I also painted her like her eyes. Now, this is very different. Like, I try to make sure this is like game accurate as possible. I didn't want to go with like a Lego minifigure base because I feel like that wouldn't do it justice. So what I did, if I can just take this off here, I have this knockoff Kylo Ren minifigure. I think my roommate gave it to me back at RIT. So what I did, I cut it up, made the body really, really skinny. I did give her a minifigure arm so she can at least hold her needle. Apologize, my dog barking in the background. And I also used like these minifigure hands. I glued them underneath the base so that way they can hold these Lego Harry Potter wand pieces. And these represent her stick legs. And I think this base works out very, very, very well. Now the nail, I made it with styrene. I also made it with like a bunch of cut up Lego pieces, and I also glued like the thread. And her cape, these are just like no leftover capes that I had. I just like modified it and cut it to kind of represent her cloak. Hornet is a really cool character, and she's definitely one of my favorites in the game. She's a great supporting character, and her boss is not as difficult. Not looking back, I did have troubles with when you encounter her again later in the game. The boss was pretty difficult. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, as I fiddle everything back. Now, obviously, she can't stand. I do have like a minifigure base for her, but she doesn't really stand on that very well. So how I have to do it, I have to like position her legs and the nail at the same time for her to stand up. But that doesn't really work out very well. So yeah, there we have Hornet. And we can just conclude this video. So that's it, guys, for my Hollow Knight figures. If I'm going to make more Hollow Knight figures, I would, but it doesn't seem likely at this point. My original plan was going to have the Hollow Knight himself, but I just don't have the resources, and I don't have the time to do it. Maybe I'll make him in the future, but as of right now, these are the only two I have from this game. Not a lot of people care about the game, I figured, because it's pretty underrated in my opinion. Not a lot of people talk about it anymore, and even despite that being like one of the best like what is the genre called, Metropolitan? It's one of those like best like the side adventure games. I just think it's really cool. It's a really fun game. A lot of people liked it, but not a lot of people talk about it for some reason anymore, which is sad. So yeah, I highly recommend playing the game, and I thank you guys for watching this video. I do have more videos show like, a bunch of Marvel stuff like Avengers, Phase 2 villains. I also have like Ironhide that I finished like weeks ago, but I still haven't showcased. So yeah, I gotta do that. Who knows, like I might be busy during the semester, so I probably won't upload videos at all this year. So we'll see. Until then, guys, see you later.